Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you as we're getting ready for the big Monday Night Raw on the road to Fastlane. Probably everything that everybody's looking forward to on WWE's Monday Night Raw is going to be the build-up of Goldberg going up against Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal Championship. But to me, honestly, the must-see ordeal, which is going to be going down on Monday Night Raw, is the return of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins hasn't been seen in WWE for the last few weeks, mainly because he got his ass kicked by Samoa Joe, and during that ass whooping, Samoa Joe, basically took Seth Rollins down. Seth Rollins tore his right MCL, re-injuring the same knee that was hurt last year, which made him miss out on WrestleMania 32. When he was wrestling in the match over in Germany against Kane. It took him out of the WWE championship picture when he was, as champion, going to be going up against Roman Reigns. He did not return until after WrestleMania this year, when I think he came back at Extreme Rules and then challenged for the championship, winning it at Money in the Bank, but then losing it seconds later to a returning Dean Ambrose, cashing in his Money in the Bank that he had won on the same night. That was a pretty cool deal that all three members of the Shield basically held the championship on the same night. Basically, Reigns coming in as champion, Rollins beating him, and then Ambrose beating him. It was a great way to kick off the whole draft ordeal, basically with splitting up. Rollins as being the number one pick of Monday Night Raw, Ambrose being one of the number one picks of SmackDown, and then battling back and forth to see which brand was going to have the WWE Championship. Of course, Ambrose would escape with the win, bringing the belt, but then of course they would bring a new championship that was won by Finn Balor, and then once it was released, given to Kevin Owens, the WWE Universal Championship. So both brands would have major world championship belts for the guys to compete with. A little bit more backstory is that WWE has been, putting out tweets basically saying that they don't feel that Rollins is going to be able to be a part of WrestleMania 33 this year. Basically saying that he's not going to be able to compete. He's not going to be able to get clearance. Honestly, in my mind, this is nothing more than just a WWE smokescreen. I wouldn't be surprised if, his return tonight is able to lure Samoa Joe and Triple H out to the ring. I know when you do your math and how many weeks he was supposed to be out, it doesn't make sense. But I wouldn't be surprised if actually Rollins is able to be physical in the ring tomorrow. I don't know any other reason why they would bring him back other than for him to get his hands on Samoa Joe and Triple H. Still being able to do maybe him having a real match against Samoa Joe at Fastlane might be a little bit too much. Maybe they can find some sort of gimmick or deal for them to do. But then, of course, WrestleMania 33, one of the big matches, Triple H versus Seth Rollins, would still be on. Honestly, in my opinion, if they're not going to be able to give us Seth Rollins for WrestleMania, I think that they honestly would leave him in the background and not be bringing him up. The fact that they're bringing him to Raw, they're tweeting out the facts that he's not going to be able to compete, makes me feel that they're just trying to swerve us, and we're going to be seeing Rollins probably at Fastlane and then WrestleMania as well.